Hey guys, welcome back to more Dark Souls Remastered. This is Bronami Code, and we are continuing on to actually wrap up quite a few things that I actually missed in the Painted World. Yeah, while doing my research to make sure I didn't forget nothing, I actually found out that I missed quite a few things while going through here. First and foremost, over here next to the little failing skies, was, if you remember back in the last episode, I actually picked up an Onx key, so we're going to go ahead and use it. And we're going to go ahead and come up this way. Now be careful when coming up this way. We got ourselves some bird enemies that we're going to have to knock out, so be careful before I say that and I'm immediately getting my cheeks clapped, I swear. Like every time I start a recording, it always seems to be a known thing for me to nearly... And I got hit by their grab move. I swear. We're already not doing too well in today's episode. Alright, but now they're dead. Thank God. Okay, well, a lot of flasks I didn't want to use. But come over here. We finally get our second Dark Miracle, Vow of Silence. And that is basically the rest of our miracles said and done. We're going to go over here and pick up that armor piece here in just a Actually, no, we're going to go ahead and pick it up now because we're already here. Might as well pick it up. And we got the we basically got the Black Cleric set. There's another item down there we're going to go ahead and grab, but we'll hold off just for a second. I think that's the item I was actually thinking of, but for now we're just going to go ahead and knock this out of the way. But before that, we're going to go ahead and kill you. Thank God I went for the Pyro build. And then we're going to go ahead and kill you all. Also, something I forgot to note, as long as you have also purple, blooming purple moss clump. I don't know why that's such a tongue twister to me. You should be fine, but just know that honestly, as long as you have like any fire-based weapons, you'll be fine. Also, as you saw me pick up there, I just picked up the Dark Ember. Once again, I gotta clarify this. I am not a fan of the dark builds in this game because they're too far. They are too far between. Literally, you can only get. You only get like 2 Dark Miracles and 2 Dark Spells throughout the entire game. And in order to get the 2 Dark Spells, you have to have the DLC for this game. And unless you're playing the remastered version, well, you're kind of shit out of luck, so good luck with only having Dark Weapons. Bit of a rant, I do apologize. It's just one of those, I really wish they didn't add dark stuff in this game or at all, because it just feels kind of pointless. Oh, almost forgot about the item that I needed to get. But yeah, that's why I get a little touchy about dark builds, especially in the first game, because there really isn't much need for anything dark related. And did I seriously get turned around? Yes I did, because I'm supposed to get up here. This is why you should always review notes before you do any Let's Plays and whatnot, so that way you're not missing out on any items. I know back in the day, you could play a video game and not really worry about, or not play a video game, but I know you could always play a game, not really worry about the, and doing 100% completion, because really, nobody really gave a damn. But nowadays, people are coming for Let's Plays or live streams to do, well, not really live stream, more so just Let's Plays than live streams, but yeah. They're mostly coming to Let's Plays to see what... To follow a guide. Why am I struggling with my sentences today? That's another thing that's been irritating me. But anyways, though, coming down here, we're going to come into this room and we got some albino rats. We're going to go ahead and knock them out because, again, I don't want to get poisoned. And then coming over to this chest, we open it. We ourselves the Painting Guardian set. Not too much I missed, but still, that's quite a bit. Oh yeah, I forgot. We also got 2 more things we gotta find. Let's go ahead and knock your butt out. And just climb up this ladder. Oh. Get out of my way. You fell down just like I did. That's not what I wanted to do. Ugh, today's just not... This video is just not going my way. I think it's maybe because I'm just like kind of like rushing through this and trying to get point A, B, and C done before I do anything else. So coming down. Oh, be careful. Coming in here. You don't want to just run off. Pick up this egg Vermerge, and that's basically it. We can now go back to the bonfire. Now, keep in mind, I will show something off real quick. If you think, like, oh, okay, we can now just warp on out of here, right? Well, coming over here and trying to warp, unfortunately, our connection is basically cut, but that's fine because we can just go to where the boss's room is and just... Or we can just beeline it to the bosses and just get out that way, which is what I'm going to do right now. But I'm going to go ahead and cut out and... Alright, one homeward bone back to the Anor Londo bonfire later, and boom, you basically got yourself... We're basically now going to go ahead back to the Firelink Shrine real quick. Now, do be warned, what I recommend you guys doing is not if you guys were to have done Lotric's side quest, basically what I would recommend you guys doing is coming back to the Firelink Shrine and then returning the Firekeeper soul to her place before doing anything else, because I've known people to accidentally slip up and accidentally use her soul to increase their Estus flask. But don't worry, honestly, not much you can really do about that. Like I said, just come back and just drop it off and you should be fine. Coming over here, we can now basically talk to Sigmire, and he'll give us emit force. Alright, now I know there's a couple more things I want to knock out before we start doing any story progression. So first thing and foremost, okay, they're still not gone yet, so let's hold off on that. Actually, there might not be much left. I think we can just go ahead and start knocking things out. First and foremost, I want to go ahead and
Oh, well, as all. My teacher, whom had in this land,
okay, so can't really do much. I'm gonna go ahead and buy up the rest of his pyromancies, and I want to modify my flame, but we're gonna hold off on. We're actually gonna hold off on doing that, because what we're gonna do now is, instead of leveling up, we're gonna go ahead and warp to the Undead Parish. And remember how I told you there was a key that we were going to grab from Andre that basically costed us way too much? Well, hopefully you've collected at least 20,000 souls, and if you haven't, well, in the last episode I basically showed you a pristine farming area, so there should be no way you shouldn't be able to get this. Also, the Dark Ember, we're going to go ahead and give it to him. And as for purchasing items, we're going to go ahead and purchase the key. Also, we're going to go ahead and pick up these key items, so go ahead and knock that out.
Go and get yourself.
And honestly, not much to really do now. Now, the reason we went ahead and got the key was because we're now going to go ahead and tackle on another boss, which unfortunately, and for those who know, is not optional. Honestly, this one's actually going to hurt because I really, really, really don't want to fight this boss, but we're going to have to if we're going to progress the story. Is there anything else I want to do? Nah, actually, we're just going to go ahead and rest at this bonfire. And we're going to go ahead and knock out one of the worst things I could possibly do. Not really much I want to point into. Also, once again, yes, I do have Priscilla's soul. Again, I'm actually recording this after I recorded the last episode, so I didn't really do much research besides looking up what I needed to find. So once again, I'll throw up in editing what things you can get for using her soul. Oh, hello, little fire. Hello, little plant-based guys. Did not miss you. Oh, come on. You're gone. And you're gone. Cool. There's not much really to say now. I mean, we're basically we're now hitting up the end game. We're not hitting up the end game, and it almost doesn't feel surreal. It just feels like yesterday we just started this Let's Play, and now we're almost about hitting up the end game. I mean, we're still kind of in the mid-ish end game, but no, once we beat this next boss, that's basically it. Now, coming down here, this is where you basically... This is basically the next area where we have to tackle... I mean, you can tackle this at any point. You don't have to follow this order. You can come and beat it... You can come do it later on if you want to, but honestly, I'd recommend you knock it out early as possible if you feel comfortable to, but just know that during the early to midpoint of the game, we're basically trying to increase our stats, so I really wouldn't recommend trying it. But do with that information as you will. I just, like I said, feel like this is the more comfortable time to do it. Now, for those who can't get to this point yet, do not worry. I'm going to go ahead and show off where you can go and where you can go if you can't get the if you can't afford the Artorias Crest. Now, I will keep this in mind, though. The area that we are about to go to, I do recommend that you have at least cleared out the Hydra. Because, if for whatever reason you weren't able to, save up enough to get Artorias' crest, then this is the alternative way you'd be able to get to this area. One crucial point I want to mention while we are heading this way is when you go through the door, be sure that you either are offline or in a hollowed state, because the area that we're heading to, or we are already in but just heading to the alternate way, is PvP heavy, so you will get invaded so much more frequently if you try to go in there. Now, this being me recording this in 2025, PvP probably has died down exponentially, but still, just be on the safe side. If you're not trying to, get invaded, do try to at least keep that in mind. Now, real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and put on the rusted iron ring, and I'm just gonna go ahead and beeline it through these guys because, for one, I really don't feel like fighting them, and for two, the area that we're going towards is really not that far out. Yeah, the moment you come across this little area and jump on this little island, you can climb up this ladder. And this basically takes you into the back way of, I don't know if it had a name. I'll flash it up in editing if it did, and I do apologize if I'm being dumb. But yeah, the reason I'm blanking on a lot of names and not looking this stuff up, which I probably should have done before doing this, was because honestly I got so excited that I kind of wanted to jump in on this immediately, but I also know that's not really the wisest thing when you're trying to do a Let's Play. But anyways, though, coming up this way, we are now able to reach... Well, we're now able to reach an area that we needed to go to get to the, to carry on with the story. Now, again, I really, really wish they did not make this a mandatory story point, because this breaks my heart every time I have to do this, but I also know it's a game, we have to do stuff like this. Okay, so basically it's just called the Darkroot Garden. Now, there are a couple ways to go about this. This is where I always get heavily lost, because there's a couple ways I want to say, because, like, now, the couple ways I'm mentioning is that there are two ways. One, where you can go that way and reach the boss area, and the other where you can basically go and fight those enemies. Or, when I mean enemies, I mean there's some NPC phantoms that'll spawn up, or not spawn, but they're guarding the area there. You can go ahead and kill them all. It ain't really going to matter. However, coming this way, be extra careful, because there are some enemies here that aren't NPCs that can just utterly wreck you if you're not careful. I don't know if I can show it off because my... Ah, okay. So over there, you can see some, what looks to be werecats. I'm actually surprised they're letting me do this. Oh, wait. Nope. Oh, nope. There he is. There it is. Okay, I was waiting for you. Now, these werecats, like you just saw there, rolled right into me and just knocked the ever-living crap out of me. Yep, and there you are. Okay, come on. I don't want to get attacked by the other guy. I don't want to get blindsided by the other guys, so I gotta be careful. Yeah, be careful when fighting these guys. They hurt, they take damage like nobody's business, and will not be afraid to ruin your run. Come on, get back up there so I can do... Ugh. And they're quick, despite how they look. Okay, we managed to get that one down. They are worth 2,000 a pop if you feel like... If you're really feeling like... See, what makes it worse is that it's so dark in this area that I can barely see where they're coming from. But yes. These things have basically a Sonic the Hedgehog attack, and so you want to be careful when coming up, because, like I said, with this area being as dark as it is, and they can just constantly just surprise you like that. Oh, dude, give me a chance to heal, jeez. Ah, oh, dang. There you go. I think there's only 3 of them. Do not quote me on this. We're gonna find out here in just a second if I'm wrong or not. But yeah, there you go. Those werecats, man. They are not fun to deal with. And I think that's it. I think that was all was over here, was just a few items. Oh, wait, nope. There's the path. There's the path basically leading up to where I just was. Okay, let's see. Yeah, because there's the bridge over there that we got to go to take on our next boss. And then coming over this way. Okay, yeah. So, I'll be up front. Like I said, another reason why I'm turning this into a semi-100% Let's Play is because I have never really explored this forest, at least this part of it. I've only explored, like, the upper parts, and then basically, got the treasure chest item here to move on. Now, for those wondering when, you guys got your, upgraded, Ember for, higher sorcery scaling, well, bada bing, bada boom, we basically found it. We just gotta get rid of these 2 mushroom guys. Now, I'm being very serious when I say this. Do not let these guys, mushroom guys, fool you into being, like, clumsy. While, yes, they are slow and you can easily maneuver around them, be careful, because if they hit you, one punch of these guys can literally knock up close to either between a quarter to almost 3/4 of your health, depending on your build style. Alright, and there we go. Oh boy. And there you go. There's the enchanted ember. That basically you can now, I think, scale your weapons up to +10, if I'm not mistaken. I hear somebody running, and it kind of worries me with how. Okay, I think it was just the mushroom guys' footsteps, but yeah, don't let the bigger mushrooms fool you. The little guys, kind of a pushover, at least in this area. But the bigger mushrooms, ooh, do not let them fool you. They can hurt if they grab you. Anyways, though, so another reason why I wanted to come this way and not the main way, if for whatever reason you guys are struggling with fighting NPCs. Because trust me, when I first played, I struggled a lot without knowing the parry timing. If you talk to this cat, go ahead and say yes, and then yes one more time, you can join the Covenant. And now we basically got ourselves a PvP ring. So basically, while you're in this area, while you're in this area, if you join the Forest Hunters Covenant, these guys will no longer attack you. If you were to come the way I showed you, these guys would have aggroed onto you immediately, thinking that you're a threat to the forest, and would have killed you. Also, I love that when you see each and every single one of them, most of them are the starting classes that you could have chosen in the beginning. But yeah, we no longer have to worry about them attacking us. That's the main reason why I wanted to show you guys the alternative route as well. It's also showing you if you couldn't afford the Artorias Crest. Now, coming over to this guy.
I've heard all.
Basically, you want to talk to him. Now, this is the guy I was talking to you about. If you weren't able to get the boss weapons off rip, this is the guy you'd be able to talk to, and then come over here and talk to his little invisible guy. I know it's probably hard to see with everything, but this guy's slightly invisible. And then come over here and talk to him again.
He spoke.
At some point after you finish burning.
Don't worry. You.
Okay, so I think that's everything.
You'll be.
Okay. Now that we did all that, he is now basically the he'll move to Blighttown, and you can talk to him there, and then you can buy most of the boss weapons that weren't able to be dropped, or any other unique weapons that we couldn't get down there. So just keep that in mind when coming through here. Basically make sure you're part of the Forest Hunter Covenant, and then yeah, you're basically free to roam this place. Nobody will aggro to you. You are now considered one of them if you join their covenant. However, that can be a good and a bad thing, because if you were to join them without, because there is one thing I did forget to mention. This NPC right here. If you were to have killed her before joining, or let me phrase it, regardless if you join or not, if you kill her, she drops not only the hat, but the bow. So just keep this in mind before you join the Forest Hunters Covenant. If you did, make sure that if you want to kill her, or make sure before you join and you want to kill her before joining, that way you're not considered a traitor. If you decide to kill her again, you can get her hat and bow. So do keep that in mind. I feel like I rambled in that, but I do apologize about that, because honestly, it's just one of my unfortunate bad habits of mine. But anyways, though, like I said, when I said you're mostly free to clear, you're mostly free to explore this area, do keep in mind that these guys still do spawn, so if you don't want to get just utterly destroyed with both the NPCs and these guys, do make sure that you join the Covenant beforehand. Now coming over here, there's actually an item I do want to grab. Alright, nearly got destroyed, but hey, we got through it at the end. Always good to pick up more purple moss clumps, because we will have to go through Blighttown again, like I said in that, I can't remember what episode it was, but long story short, we're going to be going through that area again at some point. Also, we got ourselves the Eastern set. Honestly, not bad in the way of defense. Honestly, if you're running, even if you're running like a build that has like low endurance or equip load, honestly, this is not a bad armor set to have. Hell, if I'm not mistaken, I might be able to actually wield this or wear this if I pump more into endurance. God, sorry about that. Had kind of a hiccup burp. All right, so now I think that's everything. I'll flash up on screen if I got everything or not. But yeah, we can now go ahead and take on the boss. Now, normally I would recommend you go ahead and rest at the bonfire. Just real quick, since we're already on this side of the forest, I'll go ahead and show you. Actually, you know what? I don't want to hobble around like this. I'll check it to see if I can wear it again after I put more endurance on myself. Yeah, coming back this way, we're going to go ahead and hit up the bonfire. There's another guy, the thief dude, cleric, and then there's like one more knight guy that spawns like right at the beginning. Okay, so we're not... Oh, this area is here somewhere. There it is. I see it. But yeah, somewhere around here, there should have been another knight that attacks you. I think... Oh, here he is, yeah. This little knight guy next to the sorcerer dude, if he would have continued further, he would have came and attacked us, so do bear that in mind. But yeah, if you want to go ahead and get more Estus and kindle a bonfire, there you go. There's a hidden bonfire that we got back, I think, episode 2, actually episode 3, believe it or not. It still baffles me that we're about nearly done with this series. Like, genuinely, it feels like yesterday we just started it, and now bam, we're already like after we kill Sif, we're already down to the end game because we just gotta clear out the last 4 lords. We gotta clear out the Lords of Cinder, and then or not Lords of Cinder. Actually, are they called the Lords of Cinder in this game? No, that's what they're called in Dark Souls 3, but I'll once again flash it up on screen if that's what they're called. Yeah, then we just got that, the DLC, and then boom, we've basically just got the final boss, and that's literally it. Oh, shoot! Well, well, that was dumb of me. Alright, with trying that again, I actually decided to run down the middle. If you don't want to hurt yourself, you can just come run down that path on the well, on my left side, and then boom, we're basically at the boss's door. God, I can't believe I choked right there. All right. Now go ahead if you want. Pop Power Within. Honestly, I don't really feel like it's necessary for this battle. I know I haven't really been showing off my pyromancy skills, but I do apologize. Ooh, excuse me, apologize, but that's because a lot of the good pyromancy stuff you can only get if you, well, for one, upgrade your pyromancy to plus, to plus 15, or either plus 10 or plus 15, and then have to go down and talk to someone else in Blighttown to get the rest of the good stuff. Alright, so meet everyone's favorite good girl, believe it or not. Sif the Grey Wolf. Oh my god. Now, I absolutely hate this boss fight. Not because it's hard, and not because I hate dogs. I hate this because this is... Now, I'm going to try to finish this fight off as best I can. As you saw there, Sif is starting to slow down. Oh, no. Okay. No, 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 no. Come on. Okay. God damn it. Okay. So, back to what I was saying about Sif. I do not like taking on this fight at all. I always feel guilty every time I have to attack this good dog. And actually, all dogs are good dogs. Unfortunately, in order for you to progress the story, you must kill Sif and take... Sorry, I flashed that too quickly. Basically, Covenant of the Artorias Ring basically allows you to travel the Abyss, because without it, if you were to try to take on the Four Kings, you would just fall into an endless void and basically die. Not alternatively. Also, as well, coming to the back of this grave, you can pick up a Hornet Ring, and then with your heart in with a heavy heart, just warp back to the bonfire. So a bit of a fun fact, even though I don't know why I'm saying fun fact after what we just did. Sif, if you were to have tackled the DLC before taking on Sif, which actually, funnily enough, we could have done, there would have been an alternate cutscene where Sniff would have pounced on top of you and sniffed you, realizing that you were someone she knew, and then howled at the fact that even though you or her don't want to do this, you're gonna have to kill her in order to take the ring from her. I absolutely hate this boss fight, and I hate Miyazaki even more for adding it in. Sorry for getting a little too real about this, but that's a fight that always has bothered me since... Even when I first... believe it or not, I actually found out about this fight a while ago when I first played Dark Souls. I accidentally stumbled upon it, and then, fought her. Oh, it was not a good day for me. Anyways, though, going back off topic, with the Sif Soul, I'm not 100% sure if there's something else you can get. I don't think there's a spell you can get with this, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, there are two weapons you can get with this. You can get the Artorias Sword or the Cursed Sword. Again, I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name. I'll go ahead and flash it on screen here, but yeah, Sif's soul basically grants you a form of Artorias' sword, so do keep that in mind while before munching onto it, which I'm going to do. If you want to get Artorias' blade, go ahead and save it, upgrade a great sword, or either a great sword or a long sword to fuse in with it, or just if you're going to be like me, just go ahead and just gobble it up and then use it for your levels. Alright, gonna go ahead and now level up. Go ahead and put that to 25. Go ahead and knock this up, and then knock this out, get that to 25, and then start getting this to 40, getting this to 40, and then finishing up these two, because this one only needs, like, I think this one needs, like, 36, and this needs 28. I could be wrong. I could be flipping that. But, yeah, this needs about, I think, no, I remember now. This needs about 28. This needs 36. So, this is almost done. This needs about 11 more, and then we just focus on Vigor and Dex. But, honestly, we're probably not going to be knocking those. We're probably not going to be hitting 120 by the end of this. Most likely, we're probably going to end this out the either the mid 80s to early 90s, and then we're going to be ending the game there. So, one more thing I forgot to mention is if you were able to save Logan, he has now moved.
Hello.
He will now start selling you sorceries. This guy will no longer do it. This guy will now start selling them to you. But because of my low intellect, unfortunately, I won't be able to do it. The highest you can have it, if you're not going for a mage build, is 15. So if you get your intellect to 15, he'll be able to sell you sorceries. But past that, I'm not going for a sorcery build. So I just do keep that in mind in case you guys are for any like int builds out there. Also to showcase that Xenia does, it's either Xenia or Xenia. Again, I should have really looked that up. Just to show that he does now start selling boss armors, I'm gonna go ahead and head his way. So if there's any like, God, what the heck? Okay, see, that shouldn't have hit me. Anyways, but I digress. Coming over this way, we can now talk to Xenia.
Hey, Shemai. I didn't expect him.
And just like I said, he now starts selling boss armor. Right now, I've only got 2 sets, so.
Well, that is a shit. They'll be.
But like I said, if you're looking for a specific type of armor, there you go. That's what he sells. As for me, I'm not really going to be buying nothing because, truth be told, I've already got my armor picked out. At least I think, anyways. And another short sword, not really worth it. But yeah, this might be another short episode, but yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it off here because we've done everything we can so far. I mean, yeah, there is one more thing we could do, but I'm going to hold that off for another video, so yeah, alright. I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. If you are, leave a like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.